Sometimes to understand native speakers, knowing only English words is not enough. Every so often you may hear some French.
Château bleu, la champagne, château bien, bonsoir, voilà, oulala, faut dire quoi?
Seriously though, incorporating a teeny bit of French can instantly make you sound not only fancy schmancy, but rather sophisticated and mysterious. My name is Tori, this is Second Cherry Bite, and let's go! Or should I say, c'est parti!
C'est parti!
Let me remind you of the basics. This is not French 101, you legit can say salut!
Salut!
Instead of hi, greetings bonjour and bonsoir in the daytime and in the evening accordingly.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonjour. Bonsoir.
Merci or merci beaucoup as thank you and thank you so much respectively.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
And for goodbye we can say au revoir.
Au revoir.
Well, getting back to the plat du jour. Le plat du jour literally means the dish of the day. Here is how you can order soup, a daily special at some cafe or diner.
What is the soup du jour?
When le plat du jour is used figuratively, the person is referring to the topic of the day. I've heard Gossip Girl using this expression once, and she was referring to the tea of the day. You may have figured out du jour is translated to of the day, and you can add this to any word. For example, on Instagram I follow hashtag outfit du jour. Another food-related word would be hors d'oeuvre, or hors d'oeuvre. This is a French word that is widely used in English for appetizers.
I love hors d'oeuvre. Don't you just love hors d'oeuvre?
The pronunciation is quite tricky and the spelling as well. The ash is always muted in French, the s is not pronounced, and the e at the end of the second word is not pronounced as well. So we are left with hors d'oeuvre. Next tip, you can replace the word without with son or sons. Well, the correct pronunciation would be son in a French manner, but in English you can use both. Listen attentively to the next clips and catch the word son.
Eyes without feeling, feeling without sight, ears without hands or eyes, smelling sans all.
The Campbell Son's Ben because of the trial.
Next tip would be, instead of saying on the contrary, say au contraire. Means the same but sounds differently.
No, au contraire, doctor.
The next expression I'm sure you're familiar with because it's
Déjà vu.
translated to the already seen, can be used as a noun and also kind of as an adjective to say something is not original, something has been done before, therefore we should not do that if we want to spice something up.
You want me to communicate that verbatim, or can I spice it up a little?
Hey, put some spice in here.
Use rendezvous instead of the word meeting. A collocation would be a rendezvous point. Again, the spelling is a little bit tricky. The E and Z are not pronounced. The S on the end is not pronounced as well. And OU is pronounced as U. So it's rendezvous.
You know the coordinates for the rendezvous?
Approaching rendezvous point.
And when there seems to be an act, remark, or a behavior that is not accepted in a particular social situation, consider it calling a faux pas, translated to wrong step.
I mean, fabulous or faux pas?
Would you prefer I joined you in the fashion faux pas of wearing fine military dress with that heinous handmade scarf? Clearly one of your fiancé's early efforts.
To understand understand better this expression, consider Googling Meghan Markle faux pas. Constantly being in the public eye is overrated. Another common expression would be cliché. It is a noun that means a remark that has often been made and therefore is no longer original or interesting. It is also considered a sign of old-fashioned thinking. This noun can be easily transformed into adjective cliched, and when something is full of cliches, you can form another adjective, a cliché ridden. Enjoy the next couple of examples with cliché and cliched.
Yeah, we don't want to be cliché.
Yeah, cliches are the worst.
That's what I was trying to avoid. The cliche.
I can't believe I have a crush on a girl with such cliche wishes.
If you encounter a small group of people who spend their time together and do not welcome other people into their group, you may as well call them with the word clique. That was also borrowed from French.
Can I just say that we don't have a clique problem at this school?
Stylish and fashionable sounds like boring adjectives to you? Well, you can compliment someone or describe something with chic or très chic. It means the same. Très is translated as very.
I think they want what is fashionable and chic.
Like the new look. Très chic.
You can also describe someone, an art piece, or a style of cooking with the expression à la. À la is a shortened form from French à la mode de, à la manière de, which is translated to in a style or manner of, reminiscent of. You can add it literally to anything or anyone you are trying to copy or was inspired by something. And there is also a dish called chicken à la quine, and there is a story for another time.
Scrambled eggs a la Wilkes.
And then I was trussing the poulet rôti à la Normande, which is roast chicken stuffed with chicken livers and cream cheese. And it fell on the floor, and the stuffing fell out into a big, gooey mess.
When you experience a feeling of great happiness and exuberant enjoyment of life, you can call it joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre?
Joie de vivre.
You're asking me to give up my freedom, my joie de vivre, for an institution that fails as often as it succeeds.
Another expression would be raison d'être, translated to reason of being, reason of existing.
And the shuttle secures its raison d'être.
I go into some public or social event in the daytime. It can be called matinée, literally translated from French as morning performance, but has come to mean in English daytime or afternoon performance, formed from the word matin, in French morning.
Hey, there's this matinee on Saturday of Rear Window. It's playing at that old theater by the river.
Au contraire, the word soir is the kernel of the word soirée, which means a fancy evening affair.
I've arranged a little soiree in the Winter Garden.
Soiree, honey, I think that means party.
I'd do anything for you guys. Which is why I'm throwing you a little soiree tomorrow night, but not without a W tonight.
I just wanted to thank you for hosting this absolutely enchanting soiree.
According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, as is typical for words that have been borrowed from modern French, soirée in English signifies the fancy version of a simple party, an evening event that is formal or refined in some way. Don't say on the way, say en route. In French manner it would be en route. In English you also can hear en route, which is not correct, but let it be.
Subject is en route.
My passport was revoked en route to Latin America.
Have you ever wondered what RSVP means? It's an abbreviation for répondez s'il vous plaît. In English, please reply. And it's used on various invitations so you can let people know whether or not you are coming.
No RSVP required, just be there.
No, you didn't RSVP.
If you want to call out someone on having a false appearance that makes them seem way too different than they really are, then use the word facade. Of course, it has a literal meaning, meaning the front of the building, but when used figuratively, it means a false appearance that is way too different from who they really are.
No, don't let my confidence fool you. It's a facade.
And the instant that you even show the slightest crack in that smug facade, I'll be there.
Motif is a French word for a pattern or a design. It is also an idea that appears repeatedly in the work of an artist or in a piece of writing or music.
Yes, I've noticed that tardiness is a recurring motif in your life.
Because of my multiple personality theme, I've chosen the motif of broken mirrors to show my protagonist's fragmented self.
Beware of the difference in pronunciation of a motive and motif. The F sound is muted. Next word has a couple of meanings. In French, liaison means a bond of every type. In English, it has come to mean a communication between people or groups that work closely together, and also a sexual relationship or connection.
You understand, Dr. Walker, ours is basically a liaison function.
I am a liaison. I liaise.
Picturing a violent sexual liaison between the two of us in a pointless attempt to shock me.
Staying in the same topic, a love triangle, a threesome, and just literally a household of three is ménage à trois.
Hey, where's Marky? Maybe we could do like, a little ménage à trois?
One more common expression is haute cuisine. It means upmarket gastronomy or literally high-class cooking.
Haute cuisine breeds degenerates.
This one is borrowed from French to not only to English but to other languages as well, and it's force majeure. In the wide meaning, it's an unexpected event that prevents someone from doing something.
Don, I told you we don't do that. It's force majeure.
An informal, private conversation between two people, usually friends, can be called tête-à-tête. It means like head to head. Tête is a head.
What was that?
An editorial tête-à-tête. I think Mr. Valentine and I should have a tête-à-tête.
A bonus for you is a slang word bougie. It's actually come from French. Again, it's shortened form from bourgeois, and it has a couple of meanings, but they are kind of similar. This is the word to describe middle class, or people who are not rich and not poor, who value social status, education, money. But it can be also a way to describe someone who uses unusual and expensive things.
What? You think you're cute dressing your baby all bougie for church?
Besides some bourgeois desire to fulfill an ideal that society embeds in us from an early age to promote a consumer capitalist agenda.
A couple of examples, see for yourself. So it was shortened from the word bourgeoisie, and has come now as in US informal language, kind of slang, so you can use it. You may have heard this word in a popular TikTok challenge, I'm savage. Oof, what a ride. If you made it till the end, here is the bonus and also a little hint of the video I'm gonna make next. It's touché. Touché is an one-word exclamation of word meaning that the person who you argued with or just discussed something with has made a good point against you.
Touche, detective. I won't deny it. I've done one.
Oh, touche.
It is very popular expression among natives. Et voilà. We are done for the day. Voila means here it is, here you go, there he is, there it is.
Voila.
Le voilà.
Again, exclamation that has little meaning to describe or explain, but means a lot. Also, an elegant filler expression that you may use. So, if you are now thinking of learning some French, or just at least incorporating these expressions into your speech, then my job is done. Fait accompli.
Fait accompli.
I used a lot of movie clips in this video. Name that movies in the comments down below.